pushing all together over on the catwalk side of the map. The bomb is actually transitioning towards ramp.
Oh, look at the aggression coming in from GODSENT, though. There might be a potential look, but no, all 5 members of PLANO making their way, and it's going to be Taco finding the first kill. They don't check the corner, and felps going to find himself a freebie, but the trades are good. Henny with a quick double. And Lucas chiming in a frag of his own. Barton left in a 1v3. Almost clutches it out, but Henny with a massive...
This is madness. I mean, we expected to see some changes, but this? I mean,
worked out the smokes, and his off is straight into position as where the T's are going to be coming in from. He's going to be flashed, though, and a flick's not going to land.
This is where the triple AWP is going to struggle. If they can't stop this bomb plant, post-plant, trying to retake with 2 AWPs, no kit because they went for firepower over everything else, and the lack of grenade is going to be rough. They need felps to have a huge round again. He has been a man mountain for GODSENT over the duration of this tournament. Henny, though, is going to get aggressive with his AK. 1-4 trade, leaving Lucas against 3. They've got smoke to put into position. This is where the lack of kit, though. Lucas doesn't necessarily have to kill all of them to win this round, but he has tripped over. And it's dumau that lays him down. PLANO will concede their first round, but it is at least at the cost of a couple players, and they can...
CD side economy, you know, just winning 1 round's not good enough to really get a little bit more cash. And Henny with the...
But Barton may very well be smoked and flashed out of position, but goes in for the peak. That's huge. They've got to get a move on. Someone needs to push in here. They've still got the bomb. Now the smoke's starting to come down. 10 seconds to play with. They haven't even bridged the gap. And Taco can take some free shots. His partner in crime has gone down. Lucas pushes onto the side, goes for the plant, but the gap in the smoke. And Taco takes him down and will win the round off the back of that. PLANO, what are you doing?
Nothing. We're doing nothing.
Orbs present, that is certainly the case. And the lack of utility for GODSENT, to be fair, but very reminiscent and a bit of deja vu from last round, whereas this time they're a player behind. 25 seconds. They've been stuck in main for what feels like an eternity. At least 30, 35, 40 seconds, and they're going to be pushing out with very little. They've still got mollies and HEs, by the way, flashes, smokes. They're now just starting to toss them out, but it's too little too late. They've already lost the lion's share of their team, and as they look to try and force their way onto the site, they've lost the last 2. TRK and Leo go down.
Not too shabby at all, but he has been a little quiet. Obviously, in CD side, it's a little hard. He spots a player, Leo Drunky. It's a messy duel. He gets the kill, but TR...
As he moves around to elbow, there's going to be 2 players around the corner and middle. Oh, there's 4. He spots the first. It's the bomb carry, and he drops it down. I reckon if it's not the bomb carry, he actually doesn't pull the trigger. But in doing so, he can now allow the rest of his teammates to swarm in. dumau's fell out. Taco now moves all the way around through main, and he's just taking little pot shots, just nipping away at PLANO. A death by 1,000 paper cuts, and so far 3 of them have succumbed to their wounds. Post-plant into effect, but for the first time, it feels like PLANO have got that aggression. They've made the right read, and everything else has gone awry. Henny has an opportunity, though. Already 10 kills, nearly, very nearly an 11th onto Barton. But another successful CT round for GODSENT. After a rocky start, we're starting to see more of that comfortable nature.
Isolate the player that is felps hiding inside of the cave. A latto, great flashbang, completely blinded, not able to spot a single player. And Lucas will gonna find felps. Latto getting hunted down, a missed shot. The second one's gonna find its mark, however.
That's a good shot at that as well, but they've been smoked off on the right-hand side, so that affords safe passage for the post-plant. No more mollies or HEs or smokes available for the T's, and that's maybe why they're getting aggressive, but they move into the AWP of latto, and it's not as if that's a surprise. He literally killed one of their teammates in that exact position just a few moments before. I understand that you're worried and cognizant of the barrage of utility that's going to be flying your way, but they moved into the wrong angle. Taco is locking down on the bomb, and he will get the full defuse. Even though he's the one player that doesn't have the kit, he's going to get it done. And it's another successful defuse over on the pace and the trajectory of the round. We're seeing them going late on with 20, 30 seconds left on the clock. It's a great shot from Leo. But they still have to push on the site, and they still have to push through latto. The time dwindles. Even though it's looking good for PLANO, if latto can just thread a couple more shots, this round could be over. He's peering his attention back towards the site entrance itself, and he's landed yet another one, and latto continues to dismantle PLANO. Even if TRK had enough time, he would have been pushed anyway. And again, it's time.
That scope must have been heard. They know where he is. And with the Molotov getting tossed in, he will be fading back to a much more passive angle. He will be smoked up, and he actually gets the kill on the TRK. That is so unfortunate. This I'm not a big fan from Taco. He's playing a very dangerous game, Vince, and he will be punished for it. Henny gets the headshot.
That's middle control. Finally, PLANO actually have middle. And from this, they can pivot via donut. You see the impact it has for GODSENT. They have to play way more passive. They can't be taking the fights any longer. PLANO finally picking up the pace. And even if this doesn't work, it still has some positives and optimism behind it. I'm liking this. PLANO have finally made the read. The tactical timeout has afforded them, at the bare minimum, I was going to say a post-plant, but dumau's actually neutralized Leo, and the bomb spilled out with him. So even when PLANO are making the right reads, they're still getting punished. They can't win these duels, and Lucas, in a world of hurt, there's players all around him, and he will drop to dumau.
Oh, he's pushed on out. He is doing the dance macabre, Vince. The dance of death, and he will fall eventually. Henny's going to find him. Maybe sticking around for a little bit too long there. Taco able to get the trade.
PLANO pushed into him time after time, and he's got a great angle. No smoke tossed in for him. Easy pickings. It's been a reoccurring theme. Still alive. They need a flash. They need something to draw him off the angle, but they don't have anything. It's a HE, but he still pounces through the smoke. And he's still there. With 30 seconds, TRK is alone, and it's the same result again. Cordoned off the rounds and locked them in, but there's a couple of rounds where they were stuck in main for 20, 30 seconds. They played themselves out of it, but they got the early engaged going in their favor, and they have again here. dumau picked off through the flash. And with Lucas and Leo low, it's not out the realms of possibility that maybe GODSENT could win this, but it's looking like a very good opportunity to PLANO extend to a fourth round. Post-plant is still yet to come in, however, and not for the first time. They're a bit timid when it comes to that plant. Now things are going horribly wrong.
Oh,
not
no.
again. How many times have PLANO got the A site and just let them slip through their fingers? Henny and Lucas trying to salvage this round, but Lucas on a measly 4 HP. They still have 40 seconds, but the bomb is also dropped in a horrific position.
Taco with a whiff shot, but he's still, well, the follow-up misses as well. They managed to cross it over, but the bomb's right there, and he's going to be picked off by Taco. Nothing is going the way of PLANO. 9 seconds now, and Henny desperately looking for something. They're running out of time again, and Taco will finally put him out. Put him in empty A bomb side that Taco and his merry men are going to find themselves in. The smokes have been deployed. The bomb's going to be planted, but Leo at least able to find dumau. Henny tapping away through the smoke, not able to get the kill. And now it's a 4v5. Man advantage for PLANO, but the bomb has been planted.
Has been planted down, but a nice headshot from kNgV, pushing the smoke, getting the drop onto Taco. Now can turn his attention elsewhere. 2-player advantage opening up. PLANO so desperately need this round to fall in their pocket, but instead it's bullets that are falling to their heads and the bodies are littering the floor. TRK and kNgV with it all to do, and kNgV's now been found and fragged alongside TRK.
The pistol round coming out from them on the CD side, something which doesn't rely on you just death falling towards mid and hoping to get a kill as felps. Okay, felps. I know it's just against the pistols, but 3 kills in a blink of an eye. And now they know where Leo is. Henny has to do something truly insane. Okay, suddenly, finally, something potentially going the way of PLANO, but latto with a wallbang finds Leo Drunky.
Do or die situation. At least they have managed to bring this into a winnable scenario, but Henny now needs to go above and beyond. I'm surprised that they didn't peek out together. Knowing there's a high likelihood that he just had a deagle, it's very unlikely he carves a path through both of their heads. But Henny is playing this one so well. The position, the off angle, anticipating he could be going in for a peek. He now knows exactly where Barton is. But I think Barton has enough time for the plant. No, he doesn't. He came off the bomb. He was worried he'd get pushed.
It's kind of funny that it's GODSENT losing the round, running out of time. But for PLANO, a much, much needed bit of relief as kNgV finds Taco through the smoke. I am so sure he didn't have any vision there, but kNgV getting that opening kill. Is this gonna be the beginning of a potential comeback, Vince? You said you were kind of cynical about it, you didn't believe it, but we saw this happen yesterday. We saw Extra Salt bring it back from 14-4. Can Plano replicate that? That is the question here. This is a good round.
I think sometimes teams actually at this point would probably just tap out. They are going to be getting aggressive. Lucas takes the first point. Already a flash does force out the Molotov of Latto on towards the cave. TRK, wrong side of the molly. Can't deny the bomb plant just yet. They're in amongst the smoke. They've already done with just Tech 9s what Plano were incapable of doing over on the B side. And that's just brute force in for a post plant with pistols. They got shredded so many times. And kNgV tries his best impression of Latto, and Latto gives him a tour of the back of his hand with the Tech 9. And he's done it again.
Just you needed that one smoke. And at this point, Vince, we have to call that spot Latto. At least if you're playing in South America, you have to call that spot Latto. He's got 3 kills. Oh my god, even take away the final kill. GODSENT are just steamrolling them. TRK, all the timing could have worked out there. He's got to find the kill into Latto, and bear in mind, felps is kind of low. He's able to get the kill, but the trade is good. TRK finding a double, that is massive. And now the 4v3. Oh, Leo Drunky, timing is everything. He gets spotted out, he gets the dink, but Barton gets the kill. And that is going to be the man advantage. Neutralizes dumau. He's creeping on out. TRK making too much of noise. dumau finds the kill and
apprehensive about going straight back to the B side because they didn't have any middle control. But dumau, oh, he should have had that. That's a kill that he would have been landing earlier on off one of these areas, but they need to get a move on. kNgV may just have the timing. He can hear the plant wants to come around that corner, but he's not sure if he's going to get peek from Sunroom. And Taco just goes in for the one.
Could spot it out, however. Henny, he hasn't been spotted. The timing could be big. He finds Taco, clear out the close angles with Barton. His tucked in, 23 HP. Henny doesn't have a kit. He taps the bomb once. Nade is very, very short, but Barton uses the nade.
So they can smoke CT and coffins pretty comfortably and flashbangs on top of it. So I would be surprised if they actually get caught out from these positions. Now the smoke is landed. Flash comes through, but Leo still takes the headshot. And with that frag, VSM gets the opportunity to rattle off a few shots. Leo's just taken down 2 more. He's not even seen a single player in this round, and he's got 3 frags. There's his 4th, and the round has fallen apart from GODSENT.
He wants more. He wants the ace. Give him the ace. kNgV, give him the ace. Come on, man. What a round for Lost overall. And sure to lose a couple of players in round number 2, but they still have a little bit of money in the bank, and the aggression here actually mightn't work out, but VSM is shutting it down, able to find 2, but quickly traded by Taco. And it's going to go barreling into the bomb set. Bomb plant's going to be a guarantee. And all of a sudden, the span.
To second guess GODSENT, the way they've been playing. Mollies, though, are good. It's drawing Taco out into the open. That's easy pickings. dumau, though, straight back in with one of his own. Flash in. He gets pushed from kNgV, which is mitigating that flash, but the timer is still incredibly low. Latto just needs to take the frags here, and he's got this one done. kNgV sticks the slide, but Latto sprays through there and takes the round for GODSENT.
He also has a 2-man squad alongside him to help him out. Flashbang is good, but it is going to be a little preemptive. What a shot from kNgV. Long enough for kNgV to arrive at the A bomb site, and look at VSM sneaking in from Banana as well. This is looking fantastic for Plano.
It's so much better. They look way more comfortable, as you'd expect on Inferno as opposed to Ancient, which again just makes you scratch your head a little bit. Barton, death from above, but kNgV has made his AWP ring out one more time. 30 seconds, Henny stuck on the site, and a low Barton, 6 HP to his name, has to try and crack open a couple of entries. felps is still alive though, still yet to get off the mark, which is very surprising considering how well he's been playing, and finally he will get the frag he's been waiting for. Barton can lock this down from Pit, and this round may not be over just yet. felps can watch from the arch side, a lot of damage to Leo, but Leo will survive, and kNgV and VSM pull through in tandem, and Plano with another successful defuse. So GODSENT, they get the miracle round, some crazy plays, but
orifices, but he will still stay alive. A missed shot from Henny, going for a very close combat here with the AWP. It is gonna find 2. What a shot, but felps pushing in from behind, able to find both the defenders of the A bombs, and now it's a 1v2. He's gonna immediately swap for the AWP. Bomb planted, and now the clutch, the 1v2. He's been spotted out, takes a lot of damage, and Leo Drunky not wasting any time, just pushing.
The economy is still in rough shape. Round loss is building, plus the fact they've got another post plant in. So they're around that similar position. I'm really...
They're gonna be deployed.
Smoke's coming in. play behind it, much better from Plano. This hold is looking rock solid. VSM with the spray and, well, GODSENT. This time they are put down. Placed incendiary though in their eyes. They have to push through this. They use a smoke just to extinguish it, but so much damage has been inflicted. And they're trying to wrap round the back via the CT smoke towards ruins, but Henny has quickly locked it down. And look how fast this rotation is. How quickly Plano reacted. Already with 4 players up close, but they don't check their angles. And dumau will put them down as a result. Double frag can now change his attention towards Banana, where kNgV is coming up with the orb. I think he's going to get the drop on dumau. Oh, he misses! He misses a sitter and gets punished for it. I'm not sure if he moved just before pulling the trigger or what happened, but he was the nut position. He was their opportunity to get this round under wraps. And
well, everyone just getting well traded back and forth here, and TRK with a quick double finds Taco and dumau. And TRK continues to just get all the kills for K.
I'm not sure if that's on my end, Blair, but you seem to be breaking up a little bit for me. I went through arches, through library, and suddenly you're just going to have 4 CTs in your face. Leo with the spray just ahead of the rest of his teammates, but now they're starting to push through an apps, and Barton had no idea. Sprayed, perforated by that P90. Now they have a good idea as to what's coming up, but has the damage already been inflicted? Taco and Latto stuck on the site. Because this rotation was so fast, there's still tons of time left on the bomb. With a kit in the hands of TRK and a couple of flashes, they can still brute force their way onto the site, but Latto holds it down with the AK, big headshot, turns his attention towards balcony, and he'll need to go in for one more, and Taco comes through.
Flashbang is up high. That's a great flash there, and a smoke from the CTs. That's a dead giveaway as to their position. They did manage to win a round very convincingly from that very position. Leo able to find one, but a second kill will not be found. kNgV spraying through the smoke, almost finding felps, who's on 25 HP, and Barton internally hemorrhaging on 3.
What I mean by that is if we look at the previous rounds, that 7-1 lead that we've both been discussing, so many of them came down to post plants. So many of them down. Leo's taking so much aggression here. 4 players to kick off the round on the B side, but kNgV's holding it down, but he's fallen. And it's going to take a while before the rotations come in. Now, there's no way of the T's knowing this, and the fact that VSM has instantly removed the head, but more importantly, dropped the bomb down, completely shifts the whole dynamic of this round, and he takes down Taco.
And he's crossed on over. Barton, he's got a lot of work to do, Vince. He's the player with the health, 97 points of health. He's made his way towards the pit. They still don't know if pit is clear of any CTs, but as time has elapsed, they should know now that pit is definitely in control. But a 4v2, this one's not going to be easy. Barton needs to hit some headshots.
Yeah, this needs to be pixel perfect, surgical. And already, headshots coming in. They know exactly where Latto is, though surely he can't win this. This would be outrageous. He's on such low HP. He nearly just whittled away the time, but both players have kits. There should be enough time for the defuse, and indeed there will be. Plano will take the 9-6. They're already pushing down middle. 4 players over here, leaving dumau alone on the B side, but Latto comes out second best. Barton returns fire. There's 2 and a 3rd, and the bomb's been dropped down at the bottom of middle. It's gone horribly wrong for Plano. The only saving grace is that Leo in tunnel has picked off the head of Barton.
Game trying to wrap on around, but dumau is more than ready. He needs to win this duel. Does VSM, and he will indeed. That's big. He's going to be able to swap for the USP and picks up a smoke as well. Now, with 45 seconds on the clock, he has a bit of time to work, but he's still looking to find a kill here, duking it out, but they won't peek him together. VSM running out of bullets. He needs to land the 1-tap, runs out of bullets, and he will have time to go for the reload. And now the 1v1. And Taco, he's not stopping. He continues to fight, and VS. Flash being played by Barton above. Do have a couple of flashes and smokes as well, but here they come just funneling out. Henny catches him from above. Taco needing to do a lot of work. He should get a second, but Leo's going to find him. And now felps sandwich between the 2 smokes. He's got the right read. He spots the barrel poking through the smoke, and kNgV will fall. And now it's a 3v3. Bomb getting planted. They do have a kit, a smoke, and a nade due to CTs. But in order to get this retake on, they need to get an early kill.
Yeah, this kill needs to be coming through right now. felps through onto the site, misses the mark, misses the spray, and with him the round may very well follow. 2 players are low, one's finished off. dumau now changes his attention towards the pit. and he's got the kit, and he's got another headshot, but VSM...
It was Oplano's map. It got won it convincingly, and right now Oplano is looking to do the same as well, as TRK is going to get an easy opening on a tackle. Great shot, and Barton has a lot of work to do with the MP9 up close and personal. He's dancing around the boxes. Flashbang is good from felps, and he finds 2. Not more than that, though. They are aware of felps' position, but felps jumping on top of the mono box. kNgV should be clearing this, and he's going to come free-firing around the corner. Backup is far, far away, Vince. The cavalry never arrived, and latto and dumau just might have to save again.
Yeah, and instead, this could bait them into losing everything, or it could bait them into a 7th round. Smoke down for the frost. kNgV gets sprayed down by dumau, who then falls on his sword to Henny. Can stay in position on the pit, but the kit is not forthcoming. And even though latto's picked up the frag, there will be no round to follow it up. And that will be a bit of a bitter pill to swallow for GODSENT, but at least they can feel a little bit more comfortable that they took.
Saved AK-47 in the hands of latto, and this is a bit of a switch up. Aggression towards alt mid, and felps, while he finds TRK waiting for him. At least the trade will take place. And look at Leo like a demon pushing in through the flames, just completely dismantling the defense. And this is just a very quick on-the-fly call from Oplano to wrap around through CD spawn towards the B bomb side. And dumau boosted above. latto needs to get a kill here. He needs to find Leo, but Leo, he's not stopping anytime soon. He wants to finish this off all on his own. Probably furious because he didn't get that ace earlier in the first round. And Barton, he just got it wrong.
The first half, 7-1 lead, we've already talked about it, was incredibly close. This second half has been an absolute massacre. It has been a beating. A straight-up clubbing that Oplano have done to GODSENT here. And although Barton's got a couple of consolation kills, that's all they really are. There'll be very little to go with this M4 if he is able to hold on to it. He's being chased down by VSM. I'm not for sure VSM has enough time to actually close.
Sure who's the one is going to be getting subbed out for Dust 2, but we can talk about it later on. Vince, this could be potentially the final round. Leo opening up that bomb site, smacking Taco down into the ground, and felps, he needs to move on down from that position. He's trying to catch kNgV. Trying to catch him looking through the smoke, but kNgV has already walked on through. He's going to find one spraying through the smoke. He almost finds Barton as well. This one's done. This one's done. You can just call it a wrap here unless something truly insane gets pulled out of the bag by GODSENT. With a 3v3, bomb just getting planted, and with no kits, hold on, felps. He seems to be taking matters into his own hands, Vince.
Yeah, but it feels like it might be too late for him. A player that's been so good over the duration of this tournament has had a bit of an off game here. But there we have it. They do get the end 2 frags. Whether it makes a big difference to the overall dent and scoreline and how this map comes down is yet to be seen. I'm not a believer just yet, but at least they're showing some signs of life. And I tell you what, although felps has had 2 or 3 frags from different players that's keeping them in these rounds, felps actually taking the AWP this round instead, and well, there you go, he gets the success. He had the best.
Climbing up the face of a volcano while it's spurting lava all over the place. That is a messy push from apartments, and TRK, I thought it'd probably fall to his death, but Taco will ensure that it's not gravity which will prove to be his undoing, but it's going to be his bullets, and Henny very quickly left in a 1v4, and Taco's going to swing wide 3K, 1 round at a time. Oh, that's a great pop flash, and dumau gets taken down. Henny with the double.
Definitely here in the distance, the bells ringing out that this map may very well be a done deal. Felps through the smoke with the aid of his deagle does burn kNgV alive, but the plant had already come in. And now Taco with a wide variety of grenades next to him isn't going to be able to be aggressive. VSM's just holding W, and he has Leo. He has some teammates up there with him. I think he may have just tagged Leo on the back of the head. Dropped him down to 56 as a flashbang connects, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. And VSM it down though, and that should afford some passageway for GODSENT to get on the B site and get that bomb planted. But actually, Barton's a little bit slow in here. He needs to pick up the pace.
He really needs to pick up the pace, and the bomb will be planted, but he pointed out a utility deployed. Takes it out. Smoke has dissipated. I wasn't a big fan of felps taking the fight towards mid, Vince. I feel like if he'd stayed alive, it'd be much better. The timing there could have been atrocious, but Taco saving his teammate. The flashbang is fantastic, actually. It is going to be, never mind, it is a flashback from his teammates. And Taco finding 3, and it's a 4K from Taco, leading by in the corner. He needs to win this duel with the player towards B tunnels, but it's not showing himself. This is great work, but VSM getting pushed out by the Molotov. He will eventually burn alive, but not before he gets the kill. But then Leo, he needed to find at least one more frag there. For PLANO, though, it's still very early days, but I would like them to start.
Pushed into tunnels as 4 players. I thought they may even pull the trigger and get super aggressive onto B side, but they just held on a little bit longer. Taco gets obliterated down to 13, but he comes back with one of his own, and the trades go in GODSENT's favor again. VSM knows that he is overwhelmed, encircled by Twistzz, and it's dumau that will execute him where he stands behind the car. It's another successful round for GODSENT.
Try and play maybe, I don't know, like a 2-1-2 setup, maybe a 1-2-2 setup. Considered not as flashy or as super fast as, let's say, a kNgV or a Henny, but he's been very, very effective. That's a great
best player in the world for a period of time. So it's great to see him with the open actually making plays. VSM, speaking of which, is getting up close with the M4, but it's a 1-for-1. And with these featured heavily on GODSENT's agenda, the wraparound smoke is in play. It's the battle of the AWPers, and again, kNgV comes out second best. Now, Leo can post up close, but Taco spins around, and he picks up his 3rd kill of the round here. And Leo is on the wrong side of the site. He may get the benefit of surprise onto one of these players, which will be Barton, but Taco could maybe shut him down. Won't be happening.
Immediately, they just pivot back towards the B bomb site. They find a free bomb site. And in the meantime, Taco, his job was to maybe get 1 kill and then get traded. No, he just kills. He just massacres every single person. Taco is looking very... Okay, Vince. He's having one of those games. He's having one of those games where he can do no wrong.
Just having a blinder. Everything is landing. The AWP's almost shooting just warheads out of it at this point. Leo, though, with a max 7 up close, there's 2 frags and a 3rd as well. A big moment was required, and he has delivered. VSM in amongst all of that, shutting down. But EB pull off and craft a masterful play. Going in with the first flash. VSM with the AWP goes in for the peak, but it's actually with the deagle.
The steps we've seen so far from GODSENT, apart from the round 2 where Barton had to dig them out from a very rough hole there, they actually funneled themselves towards the B bomb site against what they should have known would have been a rough buy, right? So they get punished for it. Right now, though, the trades are good. Henny, his first kill with the AWP, but they've kind of given up the A bomb site, looking for the post plant. However, look at felps lurk. He's been spotted out though by kNgV. felps, oh, he wins the duel. That's an important kill to find. And now, with the bomb down, a 4v4 retake definitely would have been much more comfortable. kNgV
7-1 behind, but their money's not going to be great behind this, but they're deciding to go in for it. They got 3 kits, and they've got the first pick, and they got the second as well. Maybe it's been worthwhile after all. They've actually made that work. I think they've got enough time for the defuse. I've got to say, though, Blair, they've made it work, but I feel like put all of their smokes, all their chips on the table on this catwalk play, and VSM's getting up close. There's no flashes to deal with them. This is going to be a bloodbath. It's a 1-for-1. Much better outcome than anticipated. dumau, decent spray, takes down 1 player and weakens the second. With 8 seconds to go, it looks like they may be able to get this plant down after all for GODSENT. But they know after hearing bullets rattling and ricocheting off from long that there's at least an AWPer there. And so Barton is trying to keep them interested. He gets mollied off and fragged. Great kill from Henny. And that could be the door being unlocked now from PLANO. Shot back in the face, though, of teams perfectly. They're not overextending. They're not over-peaking. They're drawing out the fire, and Henny is just going to be choked out. That no-scope is unbelievable. But even if he...
And that... the 2v3 obviously going to be favoring the CTs there. Sorry, the T's there once bomb was planted. And Henny, what are you doing, Henny? Which is being a problem here for PLANO. It's a team. This defense is really, really struggling with VSM. He has been a diamond in the rough, and he's going to find one. felps will fall.
Some edge behind those shots as well. Enough to start the hemorrhage into play, but dumau gets Leo, who is trying to flank through on catwalk. But all it does is put his team in an awful spot. VSM, that man once again. Big kill, and it's a clean frag. Pushes past it, but gets AWPed down by Taco. with his life being deemed forfeit, they will get B control, but there's only 10 seconds to play with here. So if TRK can get a kill, maybe there was a way back in. I believe it got mollied or smoked off. Didn't quite see from his perspective, but kNgV is watching through middle. He's hoping that latto goes for a peek, but he misses. kNgV's had a really, really rough Dust 2 here. I've got to say, Blair, I've got to put that to me, especially a map like Dust 2. Taco now is going to go back in for another peek. kNgV, who landed the first shot, has been punished again by his opposite number. 14 frags already.
Listen, I want to... Maybe Elliot can help us out during halftime when we get into the second half. Maybe he can just let us know how many duels Taco has won against Henny and kNgV. Because right now it's looking like he's just winning it every single time. Nice shot from Henny though, finding felps. Damage on the TRK is down to 20 HP. There's a gap in the smoke, but Taco could use it to his advantage. The timing was atrocious there. VSM pierced around the corner the moment he unscopes. And now it's going to come down to latto and dumau, both very, very low indeed. Dumau finds 2. He could find another one. Yes, he does. And now it's a 1v1, VSM and dumau. And dumau, as fantastic as it's been so far, not able to clutch it out. And VSM with a crucial 3K. And no PLANO, they find the third.
It's that man again, though, isn't it? It's VSM. He is the nemesis right now of GODSENT. Like, they cannot get past him in some of these rounds to stand tall there with him, because I'm not sure going through on the T side if he'll be able to continue that pace, but he will continue it in the CT side. It's a 1-for-1.
Hoping to find someone. And TRK, he has an inkling. He knows it there nearby. He's right behind them. He's going to find 1. He's going to find 2, but he's not able to spin around in time and find a third as Leo. Perfect timing. Able to take down felps, and that's a bomb dropped. And Barton, he's got to go for the clutch. They haven't heard him drop down, Vince. So he has the tiny window of opportunity to catch both of them looking the wrong direction. He's going to come creeping around the door. Spots out kNgV. That's a headshot. And now the 1v1. Barton versus Leo. Leo on 10 points of health. Molotov comes out. Barton doesn't know where he is, and he only has 25 seconds to work with.
Time against him. Everything else could very well work in his favor, but the positioning for Leo.
Out the 4 rounds they've won, Vince. 2 of them from VSM. And 2 from Leo. And even 2 from VSM as well. It's just been the 2 of them. As Leo, he gets traded. VSM now, the other hero for the PLANO side. He's going to spot the player out. felps dealing a lot of damage, but is completely blinded. He's still able to recover in time. And with the mask, with the final bullet, he's going to put felps into the ground, leaving Taco in a 1v4. Deagle and a MAC-10 and the 3 CTs waiting for him. What a hole from VSM. Taco going to be challenged as well. He only has an M4 to work with, which isn't ideal from that particular position, but the flashbang is good. But TRK not able to find a single player. felps with the opening. Dumau with an interesting position here halfway through Cat. With the Deagle, he's going to be blinded, but he hasn't been spotted. And he's going to land a beautiful 1-deagle onto Leo. He knows there's another one nearby. And he's going to spot kNgV as well. And just with the 4 deagles and the 1 AK.
It's only half the problem, but the flashbang is good. And it lands on the bulk of those catwalk players. At this kind of range, though, the USP should triumph over the Glock, and so far, so good. Bomb's been spilled down. Will take a little bit to replenish that, which they have, but they still haven't got control over the site itself. So they're in this weird position where they're stuck, and eventually those smokes will start to clear. We've reached that mantle right now, so they've already fully committed to the site. They can't back away. They have to fight their way, scrap out of these very narrow choke point angles, and Leo puts his Glock to use. dumau and a close range encounter with his USP may very well be flooded from the Glocks. And that's exactly what happens. Fair enough, PLANO. They showed grit. They showed
AWPs right now in the server, Vince. And it's going to be the B wrap from mid. Barton finds it first, but VSM able to get the kill on the felps, and Barton misses. What should have been an easier shot, but at least he got the double, making this retake maybe possible. kNgV still sticking around, but he's got to get the bomb down. Leo, though, waiting patiently. This is so patient from Leo, and he's going to whiff the spray, Vince. latto. I'm going to start to favor the CTs now.
no kit though, Blair. No kit, and time is starting to dwindle away, and kNgV and VSM have both got in for frags. It's down to latto, and he's got very little HP to his name, and lack of kit means the round will come to a close.
VSM, oh, I love this play from him, just pushing ahead. He sees the nade and he knows it's going to take a couple of seconds for them to recover. The timing is pristine from VSN, and the openings all go the way of PLANO. And even though latto is able to get a consolation kill, round's lost, the bomb site's lost. It's going to be round number 11 for PLANO as they go into the lead for after what, even if they survive these two rifles, it's not going to be a great buy. latto should be able to get the kill on the VSN. There we go. Oh, hold on, Taco. Can he stay alive? He's going to find one, and he survives. But a skin of AWP, the scout in his hands.
Oof. kNgV again. This time Taco is being the one that gets manhandled. You have to pull the plug and save. And it's yet another unanswered round for PLANO. That will be 7 rounds in a row.
Rounds. He has been the difference maker. He was the lifeline. dumau just gets wrecked by VSM. He finally gets put down. They still have time to hunt this down. They're going to push in. There's 2 players outside doors, 2 coming in from the tunnels. Henny, the flashbang's not good. He's going to spin around, not able to quite get the kill. So they're doing a pretty good job keeping the weapons alive, but kNgV finds felps. Not a single rifle will be safe.
They seem a little bit timid. It's been a tepid outing here. We saw PLANO at least attempt aggression through mid a few times, getting up close against...
In order to avoid a potential Molotov being deployed, and he's going to have to land a shot, which he will. Finds TRK. The second shot won't quite find its mark, as VSM is going to be pushing into the bomb site, punching in the numbers, bomb getting planted. It's a 5v3, definitely favoring the CTs, but Henny finds felps, and now the retake has to be on. They have the kit in the hands of latto, and they have a Molotov and a smoke, but no flashbangs available, meaning they have to take a lot of dry duels, and the T's are once again coming out on top. VSM finds latto, Henny lying in wait. The spray is good and true, and dumau left alone in a 1v3. From a 5v3 to a 1v3, PLANO, they hold on to the bomb site, Vince. Nothing, and I mean nothing, seems to be going the way of GODSENT.
They even had the first pick. They had the advantages in this round. One of the few times where they could boast that. And yet still come the end of the round, they've been thwarted on the site. Some exit...
Looking to make contact. The AWP out. He spots the player, but doesn't get an opportunity. dumau, though, finds TRK on the cross. It's a bomb dropped on the top of mid. It's not going to be a problem. And Leo just pushing, holding W, just charging on. Be expecting this.
May not be expecting it, but they're playing so well that you wouldn't put it against them to still withstand the surprise. And that surprise now nowhere near has the same level of impact that VSM has traded 1-for-1. He saw another couple of players over on this vicinity. latto up close using that smoke to at least give him safe passage. But now he's out in the open, and kNgV and Leo both spare him at the same time. Spray is good. The round is falling into place. A 1v2, dumau's already picked up 3. It's a nice effort, but he doesn't have the time, he doesn't have the HP, and he has to pull the plug. That is now 10 rounds in a row for PLANO on their T side, and they have 5 match points.
String in a row together at the end of that first half, but this has just been so incredibly one-sided. It just boggles the mind. dumau with a whiffed shot, he will be punished. kNgV should be taken down here by felps, which will indeed be the case. And what could potentially be the final push coming in from PLANO, but felps with a double keeps them at bay for at least a few seconds. Barty needs to go big, and indeed he will. Finds Henny, and now it is all down to TRK. A 1v4 converts it to a 1v3, but he needs to find Barty real quickly before reinforcements arrive. But 2. Let's see what happens. So 38 seconds, you have to go for the play. And latto doesn't have the trigger discipline, but is at least able to find one. VSM, though, on the lurk, he's going to find one. And now the jig is up. Taco's trapped between 2 players, and kNgV, this time his aim is true. And now a 2v4. dumau having to do everything on his own. He's getting pushed on, hunted down. He's taking the fight to them. A missed shot. And with that, that is going to be...